Great, amazing. Hi!
Hello!
Oh, well, I could do that. And then go. Okay, welcome to Freefall! My name is Hampton. I'm Artistic Director of Red Theater Purchase. Hey. Oh, and music, who are you?
I'm Matt McCormick. I'm co-managing director with my good friend.
Ash Visker. I am the other co-managing director. Now I have to introduce you to all our members. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to introduce you to our members, and then I'm going to tell you how it works. Or should I do that first?
Amateur show.
I'm introducing you first. Hi, I'm M. Woo! And now we have Matt.
I love Carly Rae Jepsen.
Ash. Our longest Red Theater member of this current collective, Stephanie Louise Opper. Come on in. Wow. Marina!
Big fan.
Amazing. And now I introduce you to the newest members of Red Theater Purchase, starting with our freshman boys, Brennan! Great. Sean!
Big fan. Big fan.
All right. Jaya! Cars! We love it. John Knox! And Sam! We love it. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Get it out of the way. We don't need you.
So here's the cinch. I'm going to explain to you all how this show works, and it'll be great if you all agree to participate. Look at that. So this is how it works. We have 30 pieces to do for you tonight. They're on this back wall. And look at these numbers.
Hey.
This is how it works. We start by counting down from 10. And then immediately the show starts, and the timer up there is at 1 hour. And it's going all the way down to 0. And we have to complete all 30 pieces before that clock runs out. What happens if we don't?
Start
Well,
over.
then the pieces on the wall never get seen. And we all drop, and you just all have to leave. That's it. So, this is where you come in. We don't want to get to that point. So all you have to do is when we say, give us a piece, give us a piece, give me a number. 3! And then I announce it, and I say the title of the piece, and then we all say the title of the piece together. And then we run around and then we do it. Great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Si Dios quiere.
Si Dios quiere. Si Dios
It's the end. It's a difficult thing to think and even harder to admit because though we claim the earth, we only rent it for the short time that we're here. Our hearts beat, our chests rise and fall until they don't. And no one can stop the end. We can cry, we can pray, we can go to doctors, but there's no avoidance that exists. It's much harder for those seeing another's end to accept than it is for the person whose end it is. I don't know what's more difficult, an unexpected end, or an end you're told is going to happen and a rain to come. I've seen both, and they both pierce the soul. There's no goodbye that's substantial enough so that you're content when the end ultimately arrives. It's the end. When two people vow in sickness and in health till death do us part, do they really know what they are promising? Do they think about 30 or 50 or 60 or more years in the future when their bodies are worn out and life has happened? Do they think about when they're both confined, when they both can barely walk and one of them is confined to a bed or a chair? Do they consider that they will spend more time worrying that the other is breathing than living life? Do they realize in that moment, in that promise, that forever doesn't exist? It's the end. There are no answers. There's a relative time frame, and the word comfortable seems to be said enough times that it makes all of us uncomfortable. And though we try to understand, with each answer received is another 2 questions asked. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Repeat, it's going to get worse. Are you hungry? No. Do you want to drink a meal replacement shake? Yes. Do you need to use the bathroom? Yes. Can you walk? Not right now. It's the end. There's no set date. There's no set time. All that we know is that it's coming. And all we can do is show our love, express our love. And all we can say is, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, and hope that it's true.
What? All right,
Make America do it again and again.
Make America do it again and again.
Scene. Be the cowbell. Be the cowbell. Just so I thought it was be the cowboy. I'm blind to
so off-tempo, and then I started jostulating in between the hi-hats so that the sousaphones could modulate properly, all thanks to me. We shaped like no other. I love it.
Yeah, that was a great sight, you guys.
Why would you come in and screw with us like that?
What do you mean? I was just going to join you guys in the little jam.
You were messing with our rhythm.
Jeez, I didn't realize that I was doing that. I thought that we were all, like, auxiliary percussion, that we could...
We are shakers. What kind of noise do you even make? You sound like a tin can in a dollhouse. You would never fit our vibe.
You guys seriously just don't get it, okay? There's something about cowbells that you need to understand. And I need a song.
Give us one!
Everybody! Cowbells have a place in this world!
Tobacco-free campus!
Tobacco-free campus!
Everyone knows that it's a tobacco-free
I dare you to take them when it's 3 a.m. outside the fort, and it's the only thing that can get me to stop crying. I dare you to take them when I'm 6 Newports in under an hour, and it's the only thing that can calm me down. I dare you to cut the brakes of my car so that I can't drive into Connecticut, because I have to drive into Connecticut because I'm under 21. I dare you to take them when I'm manic, and it's the only thing that can get my brain to stop moving. Take them. Please. Take them! Take them! I don't want them anymore! God damn it! Scene!
Scene!
MSRP!
BRB!
I'll be right back.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Bacon, ribs, birthday.
Wow. Truly incredible.
Flashlight!
Flashlight! I need more batteries. My flashlight died.
Your brother ordered something on Amazon again. He does this every week, and I go through it every week.
Give it to him.
Oh, why would I? I go through your mail, I go through your father's mail, grandmother's mail, which is not. It shouldn't be a problem, right? I'm just gonna look at it. I mean, what could it be? I don't need that. Now what is this? Oh my God! It's so weirdly shaped. Is it a speaker?
Yeah, it's a speaker, Mom, why don't you?
No, wait, hold on. It says something. Hold on. New adult concept. Be positive, be smart, be free. With music, right? Like you could be positive like an upbeat tune, you know. Yeah, it's fine. Pleasure, the way it should be. Right, because music can be pleasurable, you can like dance around.
Yeah.
And like adult concept, so you could be like, fuck! And like, goddamn! And just like have a good time, you know. Wait, hold on. No, wait, you can open this thing?
Mom, don't.
Oh my God! Wait, what? Ah! Why is it wet? It's wet! What is this? Do you feel it? Why is it wet? I need to talk to your brother. This is so concerning. Why would he do this? Oh, what is this? Scene!
And on fire garbage can!
Bad sex, aka you fill me up and leave me empty.
Bad sex, aka you fill me up and leave me empty. Tell me your bad sex story.
Scene. Oral fixation.
Oral fixation!
What is that position? We liked your work on that.
My hands sweat so upset. They feel disgusting.
Oral fixation. Go.
When I was 10, I put 42 pieces of gum in my mouth just to prove that I couldn't. I did it so that I could show the mean girls on the bus that I was worth something, and nothing was more validating than watching their eyes light up with excitement as anything I did. That day on the bus, I wanted to throw up more than I ever had in my life, but I really wanted them to like me more. I've always sought this type of social approval from all of my peers. I look for it from teachers, professors, students, other friends. It doesn't really matter. It feels kind of like there's a big ball of gum in my throat that's slowly moving its way down my esophagus and into my gut, making a permanent one-bedroom apartment there. The anxiety never really stops. I'm 19 years old, and I still think I would have done it again if I was given the chance just to impress them. I'm anxious about 99% of the time. I don't really want to talk to anybody, not you, or your friends, or your friends' friends, or your mom. Meeting people makes me cry a lot. Or I also cry when they leave. Every time I meet a new person, I end up crying. I'm afraid of balloons. I'm not really sure why. It could be the latex or something about the pop. But every time I see a balloon, I start to shake a little bit. Maybe it's because they signify a celebration I never really got to be a part of as a child. Or maybe it's because just like a person leaving you, once you let go, they never really come back. I'm afraid of tuberculosis. I'm afraid of the blood will fill my lungs and leave me dead and suck all of my family long after I'm gone. I'm afraid that my family will die in a car accident while I'm dying. I'm afraid of shattering the windshield and shattering their bones and shattering my heart. I'm afraid of playing a lot of sins. I have a strong mental belief that if I say something wrong, the person who loves me is going to backstab me, because sometimes they did. I think for smoking cigarettes. I don't like that I smoke cigarettes because I'm afraid of cancer, but I could for cigarettes. And the smoke fills my lungs and feels kind of like gum is standing in my mouth. But I do it anyway. I'm afraid of raising my baby in a house full of smoke. It's kind of my biggest fear. And every time I look in the mirror, it feels like the gum is being bigger and bigger. My dysmorphia and my dysphoria working hand in hand. It feels like I'm suffocating every time I look in the mirror. I see my flat sides and my bulgy gut and my huge body, and I lift my body and pinch my arms, and it starts to bleed, and it strikes all over around my arms from pinching them. When I look in the mirror and see myself, I hate everything I see. I hate this southern world. I hate
Girl, boy, I hate my Mariah. I hate everyone around myself. I'm a baby down there. I look somewhere. I'm going to I don't find that. I really can't read. I really can't read. I don't like myself. I want other people to like me more. I really can't read. I really can't read. I really can't.
My new record is 43. Scene.
420. I shouldn't be saying this.
I shouldn't be saying this. I shouldn't be saying this. I'm not Mariana Grande fan. Everybody can hate me if they want to. I don't care. I don't care.
You should not be saying that. I shouldn't be saying this. Go.
I met you in 7th grade. You were new. We ate lunch together on the first day. You said I was funny and that you wanted to be friends. And after a while, we drifted because you found your friend group. And I noticed that you started to treat me differently. You would torment me in class and out. You would torment our earth science teacher by telling her that her boyfriend should leave her. Your friends beat me up in the school bathroom shouting the word faggot. Nobody did anything, and I was left there. You made me afraid of being who I am, and you forced me to act straight. You played the role of in my slow development as an individual, and which caused me to have to truly become who I am in my college years. I feel as though I shouldn't be saying all of this, but there are some good things. Senior year, we won an award together, and you acknowledged me, and with a smile on your face, you said, "Good job." And at senior prom, you came up to me and you said, "I wish you the best with all of your future endeavors." And I feel weird talking about all of this because a few weeks ago you died. And I'm so sorry. But I just wanted to say to you that I wish you the best. Scene.
You gave me a book of poetry.
You gave me a book of poetry. Roses are red, violets are blue. Thanks to you. This paper is red.
You gave me a book of poetry. Go.
This is after our first show closed. Titles. I don't want to be the nice guy, the bad boy, baby, boo, babe. I just want to be yours. This is after you stole my jacket, so I couldn't leave without you. You planned on kissing me for the first time that night. Love. Take me anywhere you want. Drag me through hell, pull me beneath the surf and drown me. Just as long as you lead me by the hand. This is after you moved 3 hours away with no notice. Tongue-tied. Though they were separated, they were never far apart, just as the earth and the sky meet on the horizon. This was after you cheated on me the first of many times. Anatomy. Newsflash. Hearts are not stone nor ice. They should be warm and gentle and kind and sensitive and forgiving. They should be flesh. With that in mind, flesh is flesh, and flesh is fragile. Please handle with care. This is after us. I threw myself in. I fell for you. I fell for you head first. And the fall broke my neck. Scene.
Scene!
I don't hear you.
Ideal virginity.
Ideal virginity.
One day I'd like to wake up with the sight of jellyfish floating outside my window. I will not rise with the sun, I will float with the fish. I rise from bed to brush my teeth. In the sink, a miniature full orchestra plays Romeo and Juliet number 19. From behind me, my jelly Romeo in his cape in glory taps on my window with his squishy tentacle. My breath is fresh. Tonight's the night. I unlock the clasp on my window, flooded and wet. I'm stung with love, he floats in. Scene!
Scene!
Strong female characters!
Strong female characters!
Hey everybody!
Hey!
I've been feeling a certain way and I want to know if you guys feel the same way as I do. Don't you think the world needs some more strong female characters?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I'm a strong female character.
Yay.
I am a strong female character.
I'm a strong female character.
I'm a strong female character!
Heartburn!
Heartburn! Linda! It's so we never get to mess
Go! If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me? Help me! Help me! Help me! Help! Help!
Scene! Give us a number!
Heyo! Hi! Hello!
Hail! Hi! Hello!
Hola!
I'm so fucking tired. I'm just really glad that you're here.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot a fork. Could you grab me one?
Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about it, you're fine.
Thank you, I love you.
Amazing. Hello. Thank you for being in my life.
So, when I was 8 years old and Tucker Passeri broke my heart on the Guilderland Elementary School basketball court, I realized that I couldn't stop crying. So my mother sat at the end of my bed and told me the same story. She would say, I had to kiss a lot of frogs to get to my prince. And I think she found it comforting because then every other time after that, when my heart was broken, she said the exact same thing. When I was 15 and Zachary Connolly stood me up at the zoo for a field trip. A little later when I had my first real boyfriend and that ended bad. And then again last year when I got cheated on. She would sit at the end of my bed and say, I had to kiss a lot of frogs to get to my prince. Well, Mom, I think I found the solution to not having to kiss any more frogs. Turns out I was looking for a princess the whole time.
It's cute.
Thank you for being my princess.
Wow.
When I had my first kiss, I only got half of his mouth. And we never had a first full relationship because I never saw him outside of school. I called him my first real boyfriend because his hand was the first I'd held. But I've forgotten what color his eyes are, and usually when you're in love, that's the thing you think of first. The first person I loved, and the first person I let my body breathe for, was the first person I lost myself to, and the first person to break me. He was the first person to fight for me, the first person I fought with, and the first person I fought to keep. Both of us forgot how to remember each other over the years, so he's the first person I forfeited to. When I forgot who I was, it was because someone took me to a place I hadn't been to before, and I can't remember where it is even now. He was the first person I had to push off of me, the first person I screamed under, the first person I punched, and every time I take the Metro North and I pass Fordham, he's the first person I look out for. The first person I couldn't get out of my mind wasn't the first person to hurt me the way he did, but the first person to leave me breathless. He was the first person to burn himself into my body's memories, the first person to keep my mind choking, and the first person to see me lifeless. The first person who said forever was the first person I regretted sharing a bed with, the first person I'd ever seen overdose, the first person to follow me, and the first person I ever feared could take my life. He said of all the people he's ever met, I was the first person he ever loved, and of all the people I've ever met, he's the first person I've ever hated. Their first girls, first sleepovers, first trips to Niagara Falls, first crushes, first kisses, first times with people who never felt like a fit. But you are the first person to keep my heart fighting. The first person my body breathes air with. The first person my hands feel at home in. Our first kiss was the first time I ever saw the moon move. And our first I love you was the first shooting star I'd ever heard sing. You make first snows feel like magic. First sunlight feel less lonely. And of all the past dances with lovers wrong and long lost, you're the first person to ever get it right. Heyo, Teo. You're the first person I've ever felt could last. Scene! Scene! Afraid of the dark!
My secret is I'm afraid of the dark! I'm not afraid of sharks! I'm not afraid of big folks! I'm not afraid of monsters! I'm afraid of red!
Go! Please God, let me be safe. Please God, let me be safe. Please God, don't let me die. Please God, don't let me die. Hey! Sean?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, it's just really dark.
How's it going?
It's going good. Great, awesome.
All right, cool, see you.
See ya. Oh God, please don't let me die. God, please don't let me die. God, please don't. Scene!
ASAP!
My mom is here.
Woo!
When you wrote the letters ASAP, I don't think you understood how much those letters meant to me. It's been 1.5 years since I told you who I am, and now you're working toward learning. It's not sarcasm, and the irony is not lost on me how late it is for you to be saying ASAP, but it still means so much. For over 1 year, I wanted to tell you that I want to go on hormones, I want my breasts gone, and it hurts when you call me your daughter. But it doesn't matter how long I've been feeling that way, because I might be able to tell you soon. So soon, as soon as possible. Scene.
Extreme team.
Extreme team!
We're the extreme team! Extreme! We're extremely tough. Extremely hardcore.
Yeah, don't fuck with us.
I'm so extreme, I stay up till 11:30 on a school night. Extreme!
I'm so extreme. Last night, I ate a whole pint of ice cream and didn't get a brain freeze.
Extreme!
I'm so extreme, I've pet every dog in the entire world that I've seen and has been given permission to pet.
Extreme! We drink water! We smoke salmon! We steal your hearts! We're the extreme team! Don't fuck with us!
Fade.
Fade!
but I'm also always angry at you. You left, and for me, the world got a bit dimmer. I was in a deep, deep hole, and you threw me a ladder. It had broken steps and frayed ropes, but I was able to get off the rocks beneath me. You came down the ladder to meet me and encouraged me to climb. Your kiss inflated my lungs with helium, and the surface didn't seem so far. And then you slipped, but you were able to grab the ropes before you hit the bottom. The voices you heard weren't your friends. They greased the step that made you slip. You knew to look out for them, but it wasn't your fault. But that's when I had to leave. I had to keep climbing, and I hoped that you'd be coming after me. I was glad when I looked back and saw you climbing close behind me. I got to the top, and I stepped onto the fragile earth. It was crumbling, blowing away with each step, but I was out. You followed me onto the earth, and you stood and we'd walk our separate ways. Once in a while, you and I would stand on the mountain that overlooked our hole, and we'd talk about how much higher the ground is now. But then one day, Fade, you walked too close to that hole without me, and you fell. I found out that you fell, and Fade, I fell too, but I survived. You went too close to that hole without me. You're gone, and I'm still here. And now I'm sliding toward the rocks, and you're not here to throw me a ladder. Scene.
Scene!
This is how I learned the days of the week!
This is how I learned the days of the week! Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. The weekend is never gonna end. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Adivaram nadu arati molchindi. On Sunday, the banana seed was planted. The first daughter was born. Somavaram nadu sudivesi perigindi. On Sunday, the seed germinated and spread roots. The daughter's chubby cheeks were stretched and pinched. Mangalavaram nadu maraku todigindi. On Tuesday, a few leaves grew. She grew breasts and had to cover them. Budavaram nadu pottigela vesindi. On Wednesday, the trunk grew thicker. She gained weight and then started eating less. Guruvaram nadu gubrulo dagindi. On Thursday, the tree drank from the river. She got too thin, and he made her drink Ensure shakes and eat protein biscuits. Shukravaram nadu chudaga pandindi. On Friday, the bananas ripened nicely. A suitor was selected to receive her. Senivaram nadu cheka cheka gelakosi, andarki panchitini arati attamulu, abbai ammai arati pandlu irigo. On Saturday, the bananas were plucked from the tree with great excitement. The daughter was married off with great pomp and celebration, given away like the object she was. Little boy, little girl, here's a ripe banana. From her father's daughter to her husband's wife, she is ripe for the taking. Take her. Take her. Scene.
Scene! Venus is in retrograde.
Venus is in retrograde! What we think? Coming back to planet
I don't know.
Where's your work ethic?
I don't know.
Does he even like you?
I don't know. I'm sorry,
As a Catholic, I don't trust Christians who are Trump supporters.
As a Catholic, I don't trust Christians who are Trump supporters. There's something off about this guy. I don't trust him. I don't trust that he's got a running look in his eye. He's misshapen. It looks like a weird face.
Father in the nuestro que estás en el cielo.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Sing.
Sing! Step with the flag.
I saw the first threat written on the bathroom stall.
I saw the first threat written on the bathroom stall.
School shooting, this one taking place in Marysville, Washington at about 10:45 Pacific time. You can see Pateri at the time and witnessed a number of people wounded in a
shooting and hoping that they'll be safe. But in one of those schools, a high school in Ohio today, the worst happened. The police say a student opened fire
there in Connecticut, that two shooters were initially believed involved in the mass.
It's really the silence that was so uncanny, because it's the
in Roswell, New Mexico. Right now, police are investigating a shooting at Berindo Middle School.
My friend Joey texted me when there was a lockdown at Ohio State University to tell me to tell his high school drama team that he was okay, and he was alive, and that he loved us. There were 32 reported bomb threats at Guilderland High School in under 2 years. I reported one of them when I walked into the bathroom and saw it written in Sharpie on the bathroom stall with a date and a time and a danger. They've become so common that Guilderland has stopped canceling classes because of them. And a few years ago, there was an open shooting by a gang at Crossgates Mall, and my friend Mallory texted me to make sure I got out safe while she was crushed behind the concession stand of the movie theater she worked at, only a half an hour into her shift. My little brother's best friend was arrested on accounts of terrorism after he used a VPN address to send an email to the superintendent of the school district telling them he was going to bring in a bomb. Then he pulled all the fire alarms and watched us all panic while our teachers rushed us into dark corners so that somebody with a weapon wouldn't be able to see us. There was a shooting at Niskayuna High School. They locked down, and no one got hurt, but a kid brought in a gun only 20 minutes from my house. A man got shot in the Colony Center parking lot while my friend Sean's sister was working. Albany High installed metal detectors, but the violence rates only went up. Every day I turn on the television and there's a new person dead, and it's only a matter of time before I recognize the face. C.
C! The one that
Haunted!
Haunted!
Has two heads, though no one else could see this man. Didn't want to dance, he just held my hips, he put me into a trance, got into my mouth, but before I could figure it out for myself, he crushed my hips, he took my tits and walked round with my chest puffed out. That was someone else who shook hands with all the strangest folks who'd hurt me if they saw me now. I'm not haunted, I'm just sorting it out. Scene!
Scene! I got you! Date gone south side.
Yeah. Date gone south side!
Sounds
Hey, I think you're 10 out of 10. One would say you are on
fire. Oh.
You make me wet.
Are you the floor of South Side? 'Cause you are dirty.
Are you this garbage can? Because I want to take you out.
Are you this banana peel? Because you're making me fall head over heels.
1, 2, 3.
We want to see your South Side.
I've had the same hairstyle since.
I've had the same hairstyle since.
You got
I was thinking maybe after this, you want to get a drink or something. Gross. Oh. No, I'm talking to myself. Uninterrupt. What? It's a video. Look, man. Beautiful. I said, you are beautiful. I'm talking to you. Your mom.
It's a start. Scene.
Scene! 29!
Fallen!
I am pure, porcelain, untouched. But my arrogance is my downfall. I see a high wall. I must climb. The bricks cut my fragile hands. I reach the top. My goal is to sit on the backs of giants and crush them beneath my feet. A moment of respite, but I am foolish, for I am top heavy. I tip. I tumble down, down, down to the rocks below. My body lies broken. People see me and they try to help, but I am helpless. Who am I? I am but a humble egg. Who am I? I am Humpty Dumpty.
Love and basketball.
Yeah.
Love and basketball.
Okay, it's the final game of your 5th grade basketball season, and you haven't scored so much as a basket all year, but here you are at the buzzer beater trying to make a free throw. Okay, what was it your coach said about winning? Your coach said that you had to want to win. You had to find a reason to want to win. Why do I want to win? I want to win because there are cute girls in the stand, there are cute cheerleaders in the stand, and I want to impress them, because maybe if I make this basket, maybe if I save this game, then maybe they'll want to go out with me, maybe they'll want to hold hands with me, maybe we can get married and have kids. I'm not really sure how that happens yet. Like, it could happen. Okay, so want this. Do it for the girls. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Rachel. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Allie. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Michael. Ba-dum, 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 scene!
Circle of life.
Circle of life! It looks a little bit like this.
Go! Hi, so we wrote this piece in like under 3 minutes. Woo!
Kindergarten.
I'm a child. High school. Graph paper side. This is the x-axis and the y-axis.
Fuck, I hate algebra, man. College. Wedding. Baby. Because I'm totally well equipped for this kind of situation. Oh, it has your face. Oh my God. Death.
No, Sean, don't die. Don't give up on me now. Oh, no, he's dead. Okay. After death.
Scene.
A cloud criminal, a jewel fool.
A cloud criminal, a jewel fool. Once again, if anybody has this first, Hampton is the real.
That's so loud.